Without a doubt, everybody listening has definitely been affected, at least in the grocery department, as far as increased pricing for a little while now, and it could take its toll. But I want to mention to you 8 items that I personally decided to cut from my grocery bill in order to save money and to continue to live below my means, because a lot of the things that I eliminated, they're like kind of like fall into the category of more wants than needs. Okay. Okay, number one, I eliminated glass jars of spaghetti sauce. Now, for those that don't know, I don't care for glass anyway. Okay, I had a bad incident on my birthday when I was like 20 or 21 years young, and landed me in a hospital because I accidentally somebody broke a glass in the sink, and I went to wash the dishes and it cut a main artery, and I never forgot that. It's like, So for me, make a long story short, I'm not interested in glass items. I have become glass item phobic. But talking about saving money in this instance, glass jars of spaghetti sauce, because more times than not, and this is the truth, more times than not, the prepared spaghetti sauce in a can just happens to be a bit cheaper and more convenient and optional. It's also easier to pack. It's also easier for me anyway to like store. So I prefer the can jars of spaghetti sauce. Just saying, just saying. So next, individual frozen pasta entrees. I used to get them. I'm not saying they're not delicious. I'm not saying that maybe I might consider once a year at this time to get something like that. But I used to buy them more often, and I do not do that anymore. I did a price check on them, and it is really expensive. It's so simple to just get your own individual containers, make your own pasta the way you like it. You know what's in it, whatever. You can make it a vegetarian pasta dish, or you can put some meat sauce in there, whatever you like, and you can make them ahead of time easily, and then just put them in the freezer. You still have the convenience, and it is a lot cheaper. You really do get more bang for your dollar. You really, really do. Next, bacon, pork bacon, or even turkey bacon, I have eliminated this year. Sometimes you can get a deal, sometimes you just don't get a deal. But I said, I could live without bacon. I'm not saying I don't like bacon. Who doesn't like the taste of bacon, right? Many people do like it more often than not. Of course, there might be some who do not. Of course, there goes the bird clock. Okay, so I don't even get the turkey bacon, which used to be relatively inexpensive, but that has climbed up somewhat. So right now, for this year, at this moment in time, I don't buy bacon. Just saying, just saying. Next, paying for pre-made garlic bread. Now, garlic bread is a very easy thing to make, okay? And if you just happen to have, your own bread, all you have to do is toast it up in your oven with either or a little bit of margarine and garlic powder. That is the cheapest route to go, okay? Or if you happen to buy French bread or Italian bread or crusty roll, you can do it that way too. Some people brush oil instead of the margarine, whatever you like, with the garlic powder. And you got yourself some garlic bread. You could add a little oregano if you want, just a pinch, whatever. Tailor make it to your own. But to have to spend extra money on pre-made garlic bread, I don't do that anymore. All right, next. Unless it is on sale, those boneless chicken breasts? I'm not talking about the big breast that you butcher up yourself, so to speak, and cut thinly. But I'm talking about the ones already pre-pounded conveniently for you, the thin ones. Okay, the thin cutlets. Those can be very, very expensive, and you are not getting a lot of bang for your buck. So you are better off picking up, especially when it goes on sale, the boneless chicken breast that is not pre-cut, the kind that you thin out and butterfly yourself and make doubles of. That is worth it. The other way, you're paying for the convenience. So the convenient style of it, I do not take. Okay. Next, red meat. I significantly dropped my red meat consumption. Uh, Not because I don't like the taste of red meat. Sure, certainly. Who wouldn't like, you know, a couple of steaks every now and again? But I eat much less red meat in general, and I consider it as a treat. At the same time, it happens to save me a bunch of money. I don't mind considering getting the cheaper cuts of red meat in place and, just putting that in the slow cooker and turning it into something really, really good. And even that I consider a treat because in general, I cut down on my consumption of red meat just by personal choice. But it happens to be something that I hardly put into my grocery basket. Um, Next, expensive sugary cereals. Cereal. I mean, either you luck out or you don't. Have you not noticed how smaller the boxes are? When I think of what a box of cereal looked like about 10 years ago compared to the skimpy little boxes of today, ay, 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 ay. And I don't necessarily want to buy like those ginormous big box store size things. I don't want to keep all that much of that kind of thing around. But that's just my, personal preference. So for me, expensive, sugary, pre-made, they're almost like candy. If I want to get a candy bar, I'll just, treat me to a candy bar. I'm not going to pretend it's like a healthiest choice. Those sugary cereals that can be quite expensive if you're not careful. Better off swapping it out for something like, let's say, plain oatmeal. You could put it in your own fresh fruit, doctor it up with maybe a wee bit of controlled amount of sweetener that you like, and definitely good old cinnamon. Are you kidding me? Cinnamon, apples, and oatmeal, to me, are a match made in heaven. You know what I love to have? Oat bread. I love like oatmeal bread. I've done it with pancake mix complete a long time ago. I remember uploading a very simple recipe. It is so simple. It is too yummy and it is a joke. And when you enter your oatmeal into the batter, you're not going to come back with lumps of oats inside of your bread. It just like blends into like the cake. It's like sort of like a cakey kind of substance. You don't taste chunks of oat. Just say it, just say in case you were wondering. Now, this is what I consider a total treat, and you will definitely not see it in my cart anytime soon because it is, unless I'm really, really unwell or whatever. Orange juice, straight up orange juice can be like, I mean, from the sublime to the ridiculous in price. There were many factors as to why this happened. And at this moment in time, I consider orange juice a very highly questionable thing to buy. I don't want to increase my grocery budget. I like to stay below my grocery budget. That's the way it works for me. This is how I continue to live within my means. So what I do, so I don't feel totally deprived of orange, I will get oranges that may be on sale. I like to make orange water. I like to cut up an orange, slices, let it sit in the water for a few hours, and I get that yummy, orange feel to it. Not quite orange juice, but that orange feel to it. Orange juice to me right now with those prices are very, very expensive. This is the way we have to do it. And I'm learning more and more from information that a lot of people have cut back on a lot of things. Hey, let me know in the comment section below what you have decided, if at all, to cut back on in your grocery bill this year. Thank you so much for being here. Please share this video. Don't forget to click like, share, and please subscribe to the channel. This channel really needs to grow, but I need your help. So if you like what you're listening to and you keep coming back, doesn't it stand a reason to subscribe? Just saying, just saying. Have a great day, everybody, and take good care. Bye bye.